That's great. That means
Welcome to Papi's Poetry Corner. We finally made it to the time where rhythm and blues meets poetry and rhyme. Yep, we on the corner where it's safe to fire up your marijuana. But this room about to get hot as the summer, so you might need something chill like a glass of wine. Water does me just fine. Whatever relaxes your mind and help you recline after what might have been a hump day at work. Put yourself first. Where here nothing has to be rehearsed. Let me put it in reverse. The corner we back to is brought to you by Faith and Hustle. So it's some big hitters in this room, and it's okay to flex your muscle. Because we locked and loaded and heavily potent. Nothing corroded about our brain waves. Going back in the days where you could simply walk to the corner to find your muse. Or peep out the latest groove. We about to let the energy fill the room so it might get a little wet. Or fill you up till you get so high. Because around here, we get praise when your stuff is fire. So let us begin. Welcome to the corner, my friends.
Be all you can be. The politically polished portrayal of prosperity pulverized. Institutions must be smoking that shit. Drunkenly debating who gonna get the next pull off the glass dick. And now, they done ran off on the plug. They ran off with my future. They ran off with my opportunity. They ran off with my identity, stunted my prosperity, and broke my dreams, vandalized my hopes, and pronounced war on my world. Be all you can be. Resumes are paternal twins. Experience has become an outcast. And Shaniqua resume gonna be overlooked. Be all you can be. Don't piss down my back and tell me it's raining. It is important to think realistic. Jesus was a carpenter. Yeah, but he was also a fucking rebel, going against the grain. The gauntlet of gruesome gobblers who perfectly paint pretty scenes with the vomit of gremlins. Be all you can be. Slavery has become optimistic, and I am a product of their environment, bogged down by imposing powers who say shit like the land of the free, free poverty, free pain, free propaganda, free worries. Never worry free. The price we pay just to get a slither of salami to salvage our sons' censored dreams. And living just ain't living on minimum wage. So you know we blow smoke rings like busted thump bubbles and get dropped in the passionate pursuit of poverty. Meanwhile, Dr. AJ's booze breath is booming at 4 p.m. and he ain't dropped shit but a high school textbook of conformity. Be all you can be. And remember, the sky is the limit in this infinitely expanding universe of possibilities. Looking ass. Barry never said the word black, and neither did Dr. AJ. Albeit, I see a way out. But Samuel Shenton has led me to the plummeting edge of opportunity. Be all you can be. We stand on the front lines gazing into an air of nothingness as Huey would do, while you cower in the shadows of my fierceness. Be all I can't be. It is important to think realistic. I am a political poet, and I'm a die for this shit. Peace and love.
For a long time, there was no voice behind my pen, written in silence on paper that will sure be tucked away. Through my good and disarray, the way I sway this gray or make my pen leak in beautiful words, I would have never conveyed because I thought that no one would listen. But then I realized the spelling was just a little bit different, but silent and listen rearranged are the same if I never give my voice the range to reach the listening ear. I have wrote through my happiness, tears, fears, making it clear that when I look back over the years, man, I done been through a lot of shit. And I wrote down every bit of it in my journal. That's why when I spit, my emotions are never phony. So even if it's not firsthand, it's through the perception of this strong woman, no longer the kid that had no voice, so she kept her paper and pencil moist, pro-choice. So now I'm choosing to be more than written words. The voice behind this pen needs to be heard, so you might think I'm screaming every word of phrase, hidden for decades behind this pen. That's why I never get short of wind, so don't make me huff and puff and start a fire. I'd be a liar if I told you my desire to spit this fire ain't lit. My words might not make me rich, but if I don't use them, then it adds up to no sense. So the day I started to be louder than my pen was the day that I started to win. And that's my peace, y'all. Peace, y'all.
Black Betty, Black Betty, Black Betty. Have you ever heard the story of Baby Esther Jones, a black jazz singer from the 1920s Harlem Renaissance? Her scat singing style of boop boop doop in the jazz age at a Harlem Cotton Club was a gem turned golden goose because they took her attributes and put it to their own personal use. Because they hated the fact that she was melanated. So the Caucasians saw this as a cash cow and went to cash in on her black excellence. Milk it for all its worth and reap the benefits of success. Then they do what? But they do best, twisting, turning, and pulling just to show how far they could push our buttons like it was a game of Bop It. Then they took history and flopped it, ultimately creating a Betty Boop in their own image like they did Lady Liberty, once again rewriting history and presenting it as something new. But Black Betty was already beautiful. So it's shameful how America could be so pitiful when it comes to telling the real truth and take no pity on the people that they persecute. I mean, they went as far as displaying live in cartoons how they depicted a Caucasian flapper girl from Fresh Poodle, but overlooking a black woman who was used as the blueprint because they knew an animated version of Esther Jones was the one that was supposed to be on the tube. But Black Betty was treated like America's big oops. So unfortunately, Baby Esther was the one who got duped, and in lieu of all this, Kane, who perpetrated her, had the nerve to try and sue, even though she knew damn well she wasn't the original. It wasn't her story to tell, because Baby Esther was like that, so Helen Ray's Hell stole her name, image, and likeness like she was backed by a contract signed for the NIL. Sadly, even after there was proof in court that Jones was the originator and Kane was the imitator, support for Esther still fell short. And unfortunately, controversy and cultural appropriation surrounded this origin story. Betty Boop became whitewashed and praised. And poor Esther didn't receive compensation for the history she made, let alone the glory. This is just another prime example of how black entertainment can get exploited. And this corrupt society just sits there and enjoys it. It saddens me deeply how people can put their whole being into their craft yet still have nothing to show for it. So I apologize for society's pile of lies. And as a vessel and a griot goddess, it's my time to tell the truth. So Black Betty, Black Betty, Black Betty, I see you, queen, and salute.
Ain't no need for, can y'all hear me? Ain't no need for me to get disrespectful for y'all to notice me. I'ma keep it poetry. She said she's fire like Zaza. Well, let's test her potency. There's a big difference between THC and CBD. She can't match my tree. She brought her buds with her. I brought my whole ancestry. Poetry is in my blood. She calling me out. I guess she wanna see what it do and how I be. So I'ma show you how I make them clap for me. Very poetically, snapping on your ass grammatically with my ability to speak so visually, allowing them to see verbal imagery. Words flow to their ears like an alphabet symphony, providing guidance and spreading knowledge like a poetic ministry, skillfully and brilliantly. All I needed was an epiphany. Now I'm publicly proving my validity. I'm unmatched when it comes to my creativity. Immaculate is what they gonna call my delivery. Still, I remain humble, knowing even the best steppers can stumble. The best catchers can fumble. The biggest animal still can get killed in the jungle. But that ain't never stopped me from standing 10 toes down, ready to rumble. I came into the world a fighter. They call me Layla Ali. Mama gave me the beauty of a butterfly. Daddy gave me the aggression of a killer bee. With this pen, I put in work. Stinging poets going berserk. Trying to pollinate your mind. Spread my poetry all across this earth. Like Cassius Clay, I do what the fuck I want. Flame be throwing words at her like she my confidant. Ring master in the circus of fucking misfits. I hopped in the ring like Mike Tyson with metaphoric fists. My team is in my corner, custom model ready with the water. You ain't even in my weight class, you just a hungry poet. I ain't vegan, I been eating. I'm a heavyweight and you know it.
Peace, y'all. When Cardi B says she's a gangster in a dress, she means every time a brown girl is born in the Bronx, the concrete of our jungle turns them into a beast, both beautiful and lethal. Now, should the beast dream beyond the stripper pole, the hood will say it is deluded by hunger, but to honor the hunger of the beast is both an ode to Apple and Eve. She means, girl, you better eat. She means when they offer you the welfare line, recognize that bag ain't big enough. She means big apple dream. She means the dark did come first and a bad bitch came after to keep her foot on their necks with a 16 harder than any erection she's ever inspired. She's inspired a movement. She means dream, brown girl, dream. Don't be ashamed when they call you a beast, brown girl, feast. Bloody shoes on your feet, brown girl, boss. From the Bronx, she means I'm as good as it gets. Dead ass. Thank you.
Obviously, I must be an anomaly because you awkwardly have to acknowledge me when my artistry undeniably earns me at least a seat at the table. Though truth be told, this whole damn dining set been wobbly without me. See, I'm the outlier that breaks your charts and your silence, the footnote that rewrites the thesis, proof that talent doesn't need permission and presence doesn't require polite applause. I'm not here to beg for your crumbs or fake laugh at your bland punchlines. I season my metaphors with soul food syntax and feed whole generations with every stanza I serve. You didn't think like someone like me with hips like punctuation, a pen dipped in holy water, and the residue of respectability politics still crusted at the corners of my smile could speak with such clarity, huh? Thought I needed softening, a little more smile, a little less truth, but baby, I am truth in all caps. I am the poem your ancestors try to whisper back into your DNA. Don't get it twisted. This ain't arrogance, it's ancestry. This isn't ego, it's earned. This ain't me asking for your respect. It's me reminding you that it's overdue. So go ahead, shift in your seat, rearrange your discomfort, choke on the audacity of a woman who don't shrink to soothe your silence. I wasn't made to be your muse. I came to mirror your mediocrity back to you in metaphor and make you question why your name ain't ringing like mine does. I am not your diversity hire, your poetic surprise, your damn, she's actually good. I'm the syllabus, the standard, the slam score you wish you earned. So when you call me an anomaly, no, it's not because I'm rare. It's because I refuse to disappear. I am every woman you overlook now, writing herself back into the room. And even when this mic cuts off, my name remains carved into silence you tried to keep sacred. I've been called worse and survived softer. Still, I write poems that outlived every whisper, so go ahead and try and box me in. I'll just flip that bitch on the cardboard and turn it into a stage poem.
Ooh, that's my type of speed round, man. I love when they come through the corner and fire everybody ass up. Foul, foul, foul. It's a drive-by, bitch. Yeah, boy, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I call a drive-by. What's good, beautiful people? Welcome back to Papi's Poetry Corner, where the mic stay hot and the poetry stay real. First things first, to everybody who been rocking with us week after week, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for your love and support. And to everybody that's joining us for the first time, man, welcome to the corner, baby. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button so y'all know that when we lit. You know what I'm saying? And I want to thank every single poet that's been rocking with us because we're celebrating Women's Month, man. You already know it's a vibe, bro. And tonight's episode is proudly sponsored by Coastal Sunflower Body Scrub because poetry feeds the soul, but self-care keeps you glowing, baby. Y'all be seeing me out here in these streets. Now let's get to it, man. That rewind that we saw last week was the one and only Miss Lady. The voice that reminds us that poetry isn't just performance. It's a testimony. And if you missed it, you need to tap back in, because last week, that was the kickoff to Women's Month, man. And that spotlight that you just watched was Poetic, knowledge breeder, wordplay with purpose, poetry that feeds both your mind and your soul. Salute to both of those pieces that were voted in by the one and only group on Facebook. Y'all already know it's Papi's Poetry Corner MVP. So if you haven't gotten in there, make sure that y'all get yourselves in there. Shim, I ain't gonna forget you tonight, because you've been acting a fool for the last couple weeks. Look at here, hold on.
Oh yeah, y'all know we up like the sun. Season 4. What you thought? You thought we wasn't coming with great poets and books? No. Hold up. They got it all. Let's go.
He knows so shameless hosting.
Be on the corner too.
So you know that shit is tight. That corner does.
Ooh, it made me feel a vibe every time I hear me talking about bad and she, and I be like, that's me. Hold on. But yeah, we back to the show. Let's get to it. Man, y'all, welcome our first poet that doesn't whisper her truth. She sets it on fire. I Am Her. Lady Flame is a spoken word poet whose works burn with raw honesty and healing. Born in Pennsylvania and artistically reborn in Tennessee, she transformed trauma into survival, and all of that turned that into powerful verse. And tonight, boy, y'all know tonight we finna be wide open. She about to talk about her debut poetry collection, Burning Words, a poetic memoir releasing June 10th, 2026. She is also the founder and co-host of the Burning Words Poetry Showcase, creating fearless spaces for authenticity and healing. And y'all know we love both of them things on the corner. So y'all know who it is. Y'all better put them hands together. Y'all don't clap. Leave it in the comments, man. It's the one and only I Am Her, Lady Flame.
Let's go. I'm fired up and ready to go. Let's go.
Energy. How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm always good when I'm sharing poetry, y'all. I'm always good.
That's the type of energy I like right there. So you already know I got a couple questions for you. You know what I'm talking about? Me and Wi-Fi ain't fighting tonight. I'm so happy. So first of all,
ma'am.
where can we find Burning Words?
So Burning Words is out of Clarksville, Tennessee. So we hosted at Lyrics Lounge in Clarksville, Tennessee.
All right, so if y'all in Clarksville, y'all know y'all need to tap in. What night do you do it on? Get the people
the first Sunday of every month. The first Sunday of every month. We just had one.
Okay then, and I already know it was a blast because your energy is everything already. So let's get to it. So when did you realize that poetry could be a tool for healing for you?
Ever since I was a baby, I grew up in foster care, so that was my release, was to write.
Hey, I love that. Not the foster care part, but the fact that you found a release. What inspired the Burning Words Poetry Showcase overall?
Okay, pretty much just because my name is Lady Flame, and I was looking for a way to be able to join mental health, advocacy, and poetry together. So I came up with the Poetry Showcase.
Hey, so y'all make sure y'all tap in. We definitely gonna drop it in the link, and she gonna put it in the PPC on Facebook so y'all can find her. But what's the first piece you're gonna get into tonight for us?
Oh, okay. So my first piece, since it's Women's History Month, and I am a woman, a Black woman, I'm gonna go ahead and do a piece called A Therapy Session. It's about a conversation that I had with my therapist.
Hey man, I had one of them earlier today. Never mind, I'm gone, y'all. You know, Wednesday therapy day.
Look, I'm telling you, my therapy sessions bring out creativity. So let's go. I saw a new therapist the other day, and she asked me, "How long have you been struggling with PTSD, depression, and anxiety?" I thought about it for a minute, and then I replied with all sincerity, "Since I was in my mother's womb." She looked at me like I was insane. grabbed her pen and paper and said, I don't quite understand. Can you explain? I said, I don't mind if I do. See, when a child is in their mother's womb, they breathe the air that their mother breathes. And when a child is in their mother's womb, they eat the food that their mother eats. And when a child is in their mother's womb, they feel the pain that their mother feels. I heard her cries when she thought she was all alone, every moan and groan. I heard her prayers to the unknown. Her questions I heard, but I could not answer. I felt her tense up when he'd strike her, and I felt the love when he'd romance her. I felt the weight of the monkey that was on her back. I know how hard it was for her to not go cock that pack. See, I'm a 80s baby conceived right before crack was whack. So before any hospital room, while still growing inside my mother's womb, I already experienced PTSD, depression, and anxiety. Before stepping a single foot on earth, I went through trauma, my birth. I came into the world with a noose around my neck, struggling for air. And when they cut me loose, I felt a slap out of nowhere. I screamed, ah! And then I cried. Welcome to the world, a white man said, as he handed me to my mother, and she wiped tears from both our eyes. Oh, Maya, you came into the world a little too soon. You were a lot safer in mommy's womb. Oh.
Man, I hope your ass ain't broke, cause that was a stack. Okay, well, maybe it was 100. Okay, well, you kept it a buck, man.
You ain't never lied. She definitely kept it. I hope a white man didn't slap me when I was first born. I was born at great. Never mind. Y'all know we finna keep this show right on rolling after such an amazing poem. Bro, our next poet brings voice, spirit, and ancestral energy to the stage. Tiara Nicole is a spoken word artist from Jacksonville, Florida, who performs at local open mics using poetry to inspire others to embrace their true, authentic selves. She's also considered herself a vessel for the ancestors, channeling their energy and stories through poetry. Y'all already know it's like welcoming her back home. We've been on 4 seasons. She been here 4 seasons. So you already know who it is. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. It's the one and only Tiara Nicole. Yeah. Welcome back. What's going on with it? How you feeling?
Oh man, I'm feeling so good right now. I'm loving the energy. It's beautiful.
Hey man, about like you and that smile, you know how we coming. You know what I'm saying? You know what's up. So let me go ahead and get to my little questions right fast. So what does being a vessel for the ancestors mean to you and your poetry?
So when I'm trying to go to sleep at night, my mind is wired and I just receive downloads. And then all of a sudden I just start writing like 3 o'clock in the morning. And when I perform it, it's like energy just takes over and it's an out of body experience. So that's why I say I'm a vessel. They use me to speak the truth.
I love it. You let it breathe through you. Let's breathe in, breathe out. Come on. So how have open mics helped shape your voice as an artist?
Whew. It's allowed me to own my truth. And I become a stronger person and poet because of it.
Ooh, powerful. Never mind. She always be on point with the directions. You know what I'm saying? What's the first piece you giving us tonight?
Most definitely. So this piece is called A Whistle and a War Cry.
Oops, let me get out of here.
All right, y'all. Here we go. I'm rooted in herstory that runs deeper than my cleavage. And I got so much fire in me, not even hell can put me out. I carry centuries of suffering and pain from my predecessors, so you better believe I'll fight bloody like my ancestors. This is the sound of my war cry, and it is time. The elite must be held accountable for their crimes, because how many lines will they continue to cross before we say enough is enough? History is going in circles like a clothes on spin cycle. Residencies reduce to rubble. They keep toiling with everyone's life like it's a game, so here comes trouble. No Candylands are located here. Just a bitter aftertaste of anger and fear with a side of salty tears. The elites relish in getting drunk off power, so they sip on insurgencies, toast and get tipsy off a dying democracy. I shudder at the thought of the amount of body shots that they've taken so far. I wonder if the tides are tired of carrying corpses as if they were in a hearse. How long before we can bank on this country to decide when it's finally time to start putting all its people first? They're sending bodies to an early tomb. And the moment they overturned Roe versus Wade was the moment they waged war on our wombs. And speaking of wombs, ever since I was a kid, I never knew how to whistle, but my granddaddy did. And I was always fascinated. But now every time I hear a whistle, it sounds like people getting assassinated. A whistle from my granddaddy meant he's throwing down in the kitchen. Yet today the sounds of whistle means another citizen has died by these cold-blooded villains. I used to love hearing my granddaddy's whistle in my dreams. But now the sounds of whistles haunt me in my sleep. I recall memories of kids, including me, running towards the truck's jingle in the neighborhood because we knew it meant ice cream. But now the streets are being blasted to a tune of whistling, followed up with ice and screams, and we don't get a freeze one, and we just hear gunshots every time ice pop, body drop, our heart stops. Every block is like a war zone. No saints are marching in to save us from all the snowfall. Snow angels are an outline left behind from an onslaught, as well as the body's forensics. It's evident that snow may not absorb the blood, but it was there to witness it. Who knew that a whistle could take on a persona as a harbinger of death? Because nowadays it's a steady reminder that someone's trigger finger is starting to twitch. Yet when we whip out our phones to document, they call us domestic terrorists. Ain't that a bitch? I used to love to hear the sounds of my granddaddy's whistle. It meant that his heart was at ease and his mind was at peace. Yet who knew a whistle could signify another dead body in the streets? It baffles me how a fond memory of my childhood could be morphed into such a twisted meaning. It's ludicrous how things have come to be. They elite claiming it's all in the name of law and order, but they're the ones disturbing the peace. The sad part is we've been here before. They even told us about Project 2025 back in 2024. Mobb Deep said it first when they mentioned hell on earth in 1996, so we knew it would come to this. Nobody is safe, and all of a sudden it's bigger than one race now that they crossed that white line. And I ain't gonna lie, as it stands now, the clock is ticking on all our timelines. We're in this rigged war that we never signed up for. Why do we the spoils from this turmoil? So let us stand up and fight for our rights and cure this cold like a hot toddy. Not just for you, not just for me, but for the sake of everybody, because it is time.
I just came on here to tell you you was a bad mother. Hush your mouth. You know kids be watching the show. What, man? You ruined all the fun. I was gonna say mother sucker. Dang.
Look at here, the children needed to hear that one. We might need to go back and do a real, you know what I'm saying? It was that type of energy. Like this next poet that's about to come up here. I love when we get new people to the corner. Y'all, let me just say that first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? Our next poet is Bronx born, forced to be present on the mic. She demands your attention. Somebody mama is a Bronx native, spoken word powerhouse, and a 2024 Nairobian. Y'all know how I am with the words. She finna learn today. Grand Slam champion. She first made her mark at the Nairobian Poets Cafe Youth Poet of the Year 2029, and a brave new voice international youth poetry slam champion the next year. Yep, that's right, 2010. She has shared stages with icons like Rakim, Slick Rick, with her own appearance on platforms including HBO, The Wall Street Journal. Now she's bringing that same bold energy into her debut poetry album and manuscript, providing her voice and proving that her voice cannot be ignored. Y'all know it's her first time on the corner, so y'all drop all the comments, hearts, love, because guess who it is? It's somebody mama, y'all. Yeah. What it do? Okay, before I even start with my question, let me lean in and take a lesson. It's Nairobian.
Oh, it's the New Eurekan.
New Eurekan. I was all the way up. Hold on. I usually ask my team ahead of time, like, y'all break it down so I can say it. You know what I mean? I didn't get I didn't get the memo, but you did a good job at telling us what it was and all that good jazz and stuff. Welcome to the Kona Queen. You looking beautiful as well tonight. I'm loving the energy in the house tonight. So I got a couple questions for you. Let me get to it. I'm excited. I be fanned out when we get new people in here. And we do all the time. First of all, do you have a date for the upcoming album?
No, I don't. I'm not gonna put myself on a hook like that. I do not have a date for the album. I'm working on it. Be on the
You
lookout.
see me
Keep
lean
your
in.
eyes
You see me
open.
lean in. I was trying to get right. I was trying to get the corner. I was trying to get the leakage. We heard it first, y'all. Okay. Winning a youth slam early in your career. How does those moments shape the poet that you have become today?
Oh, well, funny enough, slam poetry, I think I would attribute almost all of who I am today to the journey that I took during slam poetry. Winning as a young writer, as a young person is cool, but there is a thing that happens when you have to struggle with your ego, and you have to, recognize if you're doing it for the poetry or you're
For
doing it
you
for the
or the
points.
people. Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely understand that. That would be a hard transition, man. But you look like you figured it out. So, what can your audiences expect from your upcoming poetry album?
I hope that I could be, this album could be the bridge between poetry and hip hop. Um,
Okay.
I hope that this album could also be the first poetry album to win a poetry Grammy, and the artist is primarily known as a poet.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Well, she new to the corner, y'all, so I'm just gonna correct her a little bit. We don't do hopes and prayers and wishes. You know what I'm saying? We speak our stuff. I am going to cross over poetry and hip hop. I am going to be the first poet. You know what I'm saying? So speak your stuff into
Oh,
existence.
oh, I hear it.
You know
I
what I
hear it.
That's
I am making it
That's what
happen.
I'm talking about. Use the words. We got to use our words. We are poets, by the way. You know what I mean? But I love it. So, what's the first piece you're getting into for us tonight?
Um, I'm gonna do this piece as it is International Women's History Month. I'm gonna do this piece. It's called Monday for Massey. It is dedicated to Sonia Massey and all of the beautiful women and lives brown people we've lost.
Hey, man, I love it already. Let me get up out of here, y'all.
Hey,
Well,
I don't know what
Leah,
just happened.
I was just finna. I said, wait a minute. Did I
Can you
kick her
hear me?
out? I said I was finna go. I can hear you,
Okay.
but you can't. You can't split. You got to. You can't use the same device to read on because
Ooh,
you.
I can't hear you, but I'm gonna spit the
You
poem
can't.
if you can hear me.
Yeah. Spit that. Spit the
All
piece.
right,
Let's
I got
go.
you. So this is Sonia Massey. If a black woman is shot dead in her apartment by the cops she called and no one's body cam is on to see it, does her family get the truth? To be both black and breathing is to tread the balance between staying seen but never preyed on. Gotta pray to stay in their line of vision and out their line of fire. Gotta live stream my walk home and all my sexual encounters. Gotta keep the cameras rolling or fuck around and fade into the background. Now look up, Massey. Say justice is the flash of a camera. It's being behind the scenes and beneath the scope. Now look up, Floyd. Say strike a chord. Justice is a viral clip, is the truth before the trial and after the acquittal. Now look up, Taylor. Say, where's the footage? Did you get the shot? Was it breathtaking? Will they call it a Picasso? Cause it looked more like a Garner to me when I say the only people in my hood with guns I fear are the police. I mean, I am more likely to bury my brother behind the rampage of a glorified pig than to natural causes. When I say my brother, I mean all three. on a college campus or in Claremont Park. It make no difference if they made the phone call or fit the description. If it was a wallet or a hairbrush, with or without a warrant, behind a prayer and in front of your kids, they will empty clips into your body. Call it colorblind, cry justice. I mean, any common Karen could cry carnage through a black community with a phone call. And the only chance at justice would be the truth caught on Mrs. Johnson's ring cam. I mean, look up on me. Say, keep the cameras rolling. I'm not ready for my casket. I will not put up a fight, but I also won't go out without the footage. I'm praying that I make the director's cut and spare my mama the funeral cost, but if not, then let my slaughter be a viral sensation. May it break the internet the way I know it'll break my father's heart. May it be the reason why you think twice before you call the cops. May you never have to be both black and have to call the cops. And if so, then may their body cam be on. Thank you.
Growing up, I learned a lot of my knowledge on the corner, and tonight ain't no different, cause boy, you just spit that right there. That's what I call some knowledge right there. Talk about facts.
Boy, with nothing but facts. Not facts that we want to hear all the time, but say their names, though. I love the vibe of tonight, man. Let's get to it. Woo! Our final four for tonight. You know, this the first round, though, but she going last in this round. Is a nationally recognized voice in spoken word. Lady K is a nationally ranked spoken word artist and 2025 Grand Slam champion of the Loudmouth Poetry Slam. She recently competed in her one woman's poetry production, A Hot Flash for Gospel, my unconfirmed RSVP, and continues empowering writers through workshops while preparing for the national poetry festivals and tours. Welcome back to the corner, because y'all, I think this is at least her second time coming. Welcome, don't forget about it. Welcome home, Lady K. Y'all know I be fanned out. I love me some Lady K. Let's go. Oh, there her go. Ooh, what it do, boo? How you feeling? How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm beautiful now that I'm here with y'all.
You was beautiful before you stepped in the room, baby. I seen the shine as soon as you got here. I said, oh, there her go. There her go. So, you know, I got a couple questions for you. You know what I'm saying? First of all, where can we find your amazing works? Because, you know, we had 2 books. If y'all didn't notice, Shim in the beginning, 2 of the books that were going were Lady K's books. So how can the people tap in?
So my books are available on all of my social media. You can tap in. My link tree in the bio has availability to be able to purchase them. The unconfirmed RSVP, though, that is exclusive to my one-woman show. So you got to be at my one-woman show in order to get that one specifically. But the other 2 are available through my social media.
I'm trying to tell you, and we all need to sign up for it, because I think we ain't nobody got an RSVP for that. I got hot thinking about it. Hell, what? No.
It's stronger.
So, actually, speaking of that, what inspired your one woman's production for a Hot Flash Gospel?
So it literally was, you know, as a poet, we write about our lives. And so literally during the competition, hot flashes came, didn't stop for 3 hours. And I was like, we're going to have to do something. So I started writing about it. And then I saw somebody else do a one-man show. And I was like, I feel like I got something here. And based on the poems that I had already written, because Perry was taking me through it, I decided to put together a poetry play to kind of have some fun, talk about the real stuff, give out some information. But, you know, it was different from slam and stuff like that. It was a way for me to like get more real, but also talk about something that Black women experience. Yeah.
Every woman is going to go through it. I don't care what kind of, if you is a real woman, Craig, you is going to go through it. So I appreciate the fact that, you know what I'm saying, people are starting to come around and talk about it. So you don't be lost, sticking your head in the freezer and don't know why. Shit is menopause. Hold up. Men, pause. What keeps you grounded while competing on the national stage the way you do?
Woo! You know, I came into this journey a lot later in life. So I got humbled a couple real good times, and I was like, if I can get through that, then I mean,
you got
whatever
grounded a
happened.
couple times. We don't do humble. We're not less than. We don't go lower than. But you got brought down a couple pegs or two. But it was all just a learning experience. So I definitely agree.
Absolutely.
I get it. But
Absolutely.
people like us appreciate you because even though you've been around and doing things, you always make time for us. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely appreciate you, and I know my team does as well. With that being said, I told y'all I was fanned out. Forget all y'all. What's your first piece you giving us tonight?
So I'm gonna go with a little bit of a heavy hitter, and it's called Spirit Broken.
All right. Well, Spirit Broken. We all done had that too. Hold on.
They tell us, girl, at least you got somebody. As long as he ain't beating or cheating on you, you don't really have problems. As if love has to come with a bruise before anyone believes it hurts. But love without respect is like glass without thickness, one tap, and it all comes crashing down. But what do you call it? When someone takes a hammer to your spirit, cracks your reflection, then sweeps the pieces under the rug. No bruises to point to, just fractures beneath the epidermis. I was 20 when I said I do. Moved across the country for what I thought was love. But I was in love with the facade. The man who once cooked delivered me plates like love offerings, later confessed it was rehearsal, that he was only playing the role because he was on my stage and I was paying for the show. Courtship was a performance. I was financier, fool, audience to a play that never had a happy ending. 11 years inside a funhouse mirror that told me I was crazy. Convincing myself that if he still wanted my body, we must be okay. But intimacy without honor is just another fracture, and I was bleeding spirit all over the floor. And if I'm being honest, it wasn't just hope or shame that kept me there. It was sex, good sex. But even the best sex couldn't save a broken spirit. I knew I was done the day my body stopped answering his touch. Of course, he assumed you must be cheating, but my body isn't a separate shard. The fractures ran through every pain he broke, and still I stayed because those tired proverbs echoed, if he isn't cheating, if he isn't beating, you don't really have problems. It took me 11 years to realize what I should have known. And two, just because the damage is so deep doesn't mean it isn't fatal. So tell me, how many surface cuts was I supposed to survive before he cut me down to the white meat? How long can you trail blood before you bleed out completely? Why do we teach girls that only black eyes count, that unless his hands leave fingerprints, the suffocation isn't real, that survival only counts if it comes with a police report? I'm done apologizing for pain that doesn't leave bruises. So I hold my shards up to the sun, watch them refract into color, proof that broken things still been light sometimes. The bravest thing you can do is drop the glass, let it shatter, walk away barefoot, because healing begins the moment you decide you always deserve to be whole.
Boy, you sure ain't write that, cause that shit right there was facts.
Ooh, because we all know we done hung around way too long on some stuff that you know what, never mind. I took that one personal a little bit. Hold up, I'm sorry. Let me get back to the show. Tonight's episode of Papi's Poetry Corner is proudly brought to you by our stuff. Coastal Sunflower Body Scrubs. If you're looking for your body scrub that leaves your skin smooth, refreshed, and glowing like the confidence after a standing ovation. Y'all ever had a standing ovation? Yeah, it make you feel that good. It make you put your chest out. It make you just put your, smile a little brighter. So make sure y'all check out our scrubs, our balms, our teas. Hell, check out the soap, baby, because we'll snatch you out your body. You better believe that. Okay, now back to the poetry. Y'all know we about to spin this corner on back around. I am her lady for lady. Where she at? I got
I'm
her.
fired up.
I got her.
I'm
I got her.
fired
I
up
see
and
you.
ready to
I
go.
see you now. I see you. You've been so piped up down there. I told you we could see y'all, so I've been vibing off of your energy, and I'm loving. You've been loving the poets. I ain't gotta
I'm
ask.
always lit.
Yeah, I ain't gotta ask. I see it. I see it out here. So you already know what it is. What is the second piece that you're going to
Okay.
give us tonight?
Okay, we just gonna keep rolling with this Women's History Month. So I'm gonna do a piece called "Reincarnated." It's about
It is that.
Black women.
That's right. It is that. It's Women's History Month, and guess what? This show is called Unapologetically Her. So be your
Yes,
damn self. I'm gone.
yes, y'all already know. I love me. All right, y'all. I am my mother reincarnated, just a lighter hue. I am my grandmother's legacy. I am my auntie's deja vu. I am my daughter's destiny, a glimpse at what's to come. I am her insight into a future she can't escape from. I am the older version of my nieces, my sister, and my little cousins too. I am a girl. I am a young lady. I am a Black woman just like you. I am all Black women, future, present, and past. The popular, the introverts, and the outcast. I am the strength that stands in the place of the weak. I am the voice for those unable to speak. I am the new and I am the old. I am your truth and I am the secrets you hold. I am your joy and your pain, your success and your shame. I am a Black woman, unapologetically. Here to tell our story authentically and poetically. I am a Black woman, genetically. Here to share a history of triumph, both personal and collectively. I am a Black woman, yesterday, now, and hereafter. See, I've been the slave, but I've also been the master. I've been the brave and the tears after the disaster. I am a Black woman. Call me Shirley. Call me Nina. I'll stand up and I'll testify. I don't need a subpoena. Call me Aretha. Call me Michelle. I've flown through the heavens and I crawled through hell. See, I don't mean to brag, but you can call me Marsha P. Johnson. How I step out in this drag. See, I am a Black woman. Through every struggle, I stand up proud, whether I'm up on stage or I'm just chilling in the crowd, whether I choose to go out working or I choose to stay home with my babies, whether I fall in love with a man or I fall in love with a lady. See, I am a Black woman. Beautiful, brilliant. God made us different. That's why we're so resilient. We got the strength of a mustard seed. Best believe we're able to move mountains. We can halt stampedes. See, you can't tell me nothing about a Black woman. From the projects to the penthouse, from the bayous to the valleys, from up north, out west, and the deep south, you can't tell me nothing about a Black woman. Because with tears in our eyes and bleeding knuckles, we continue to fight through every struggle, through the violence, the segregation, the neglect, and the intimidation. We keep going. We don't crack. We don't break. We just keep moving upward and forward on this roller coaster of accomplishments and mistakes because we are Black women. Black women is what we will always be. We may not be liked, but we demand our respect. So if you're coming for a Black woman, you better come correct because I am a Black woman. A Black woman is what I will always be. And I will continue to love, support, and respect my sisters because I know they will do the same for me. Poem.
I'm every woman. It's all in me. Anything you want done, baby, I do it naturally. Oh, oh, yeah.
I don't know. I'll be back there feeling that one when that one come on. Yeah, that poem made me feel it too. I'm loving this vibe right here. Tierra, come out and play. Yo, hey Saint, I see you in the house. King, what it do, boo? So You know, what you giving us? You know what I'm saying? I'm enjoying the vibe. I'm so fanned out tonight. What did just beautiful ladies all around me. I'm leaning in, I'm dancing. This is everything. You know what I'm saying? Oh, including myself. Don't think I ain't talking about myself, baby. Hold on. So what's the second piece you giving us tonight?
This second piece is some new shit called Birth and Bars.
Hold up. Y'all know how we do it on PPC. New shit on PPC. I'm out. She birthing balls. It didn't take 9 months. Hold up.
Thanks. All right. So here we go. I'm out here birthing bars. So call me mother, a griot goddess who's a healer who descended from the Orishas because they were the original teachers. Call me mother, who's a majestic, unparalleled, vivacious, adaptable being who's divine by design, blessed with a god tongue, no slut walks or fool was, but I do strut my stuff, walking forward with purpose on purpose, so let my downloads be your nourishment. And when it comes to my pen, it's a sharper than the sword that I use to cut the umbilical cord because I'm pregnant with poetry, my water just broke. Now watch me flow. Call me mother, because our ancestor once nerve nations. Why the hell you think they call it birthplaces where queens get rise of regions from their regions, conjured cultures, cultivated countries, mother maroon babies in blue mountains, pushed out valleys from their vulvas. Call me mother. There's herster in these hips, and you'll find lyrical leaves that lay in between these lips. Every time I spit, rhymes reside in my rib cage. No lady of rage, but you feel my ancestor spirit whenever I hit that stage. I'm birthing bars and building bridges, handcrafting haikus to my heritage, putting every ounce of my energy and attention into it. Every day I'm faced with choices, and my choice is to be the voice for the voices. So I breathe life into each piece before I speak, give my content character so every story I ever told has a soul. Call me mother. I guess I should have told you right off the bat that I'm not the one who they projected me to be. I surpassed the expectations. So the ones who deemed me a failure now see that I was destined for greatness. I walk heavy with purpose, and even though last year lesson came with receipts, this year doesn't get the old version of me. I took that big step, fortified my foundation. Now I'm built for this shit. I'm built for what's next. I got impregnated with poetry and I was chosen to carry it. I'm grateful for this energy shift. It gave me the strength that I need to harness this gift. So call me mother, because as long as the seeds of creativity keep getting planted in me, I'm gonna keep on birthing this motherfucking poetry. Mother out.
Well, no, it ain't no fireman, but that shit was fire, man.
Damn, you better talk your shit tonight, boy. I'm in the vibe. Y'all know we about to keep this thing rolling. It's one and only somebody's mama. I hope she can hear me, y'all. I hope she can hear me. Can she hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yep. Can you hear me?
I want you to know I'm living up to my stage name right now because I'm having technical difficulties like somebody old mama. I can't hear you. I can only hear the poetry. I mean, I'm not mad about hearing the poetry, but you having a good old time.
I am. Oh, look. So
I
look.
can't hear you.
Look.
You want me to go out and come back?
Come back in.
All right,
You
give me
already
2
know what we
seconds.
finna
Give me
do,
2
man.
seconds.
I'm gonna run me a little commercial. Let me run me a little commercial right there. Who we got? Oh, it's some queens in the room. Let me run an old big sexy commercial. Wait.
Is the bomb. Let's go, big sexy.
I got this product from one of my friends.
Get off, hold on. Can you hear me now?
I can hear now.
We Verizon. She can hear me now. Good. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let's get to it. All right, because I have been having a good time, and the boys have been having a good time too. Thank you again for being in the house. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been having a good time with you as well. With that being said, what's the second piece you're giving us tonight?
So I want to follow suit, and I'm gonna give you Big Mama energy. This piece is called "Keeping Time."
Come on, Big Mama energy, and we keep it time. It's time for me to go.
Acrylics, bundles, and pumps. This hottie has hit a slump. She got knocked up and had a child. Tell him my time is up. I'm at a place in my life where I keep time by the size of my son's clothing and the new things that excite him. I'm currently living in the hour of 4T and volcanoes. If I met you 5 years ago, I would have been the fearless vixen who slumbers on a potential, keeping time on a watch made from the glory of effective birth control. I used to keep time by the number of happy hours I could catch in a week. See, baddies keep a bezel bigger than the Birkins boys promise over brunch. It tick like the drip of a leaky faucet. I used to be that splash, used to have that juice. Today I'm M to the OM, M to the wizard. Throw up in my hit up a tantrum on aisle 5. I've lived through the era of puppy love and heartbreak. Thoroughly enjoyed the era of Heartbreaker. 10 years ago, I was the bullet you should have dodged, rebellious as the first bad word on your tongue when you asked about me. They said it was a wet dream wrapped in barbed wire, written in brimstone and fire. Desire to course that cutie with a pen. Living in a time of minimum wage and overpriced apartments kept that on a clock that talked like top ramen. I still got to watch a clock my hot girl summers with. My wrist is thick from the weight of motherhood, so I just keep it for the memories while I'm raising a tiny terrorist, plagued by the era of gentle parenting, keeping time on the watch call, giving it to God. If they ask about me now, tell them I'm living in the age of mercy, where the miracle is pooping in the potty. Raising a son who keeps time in the verses he's learned from Hercules tells them. I have the privilege of naming this his era of defying the odds. He keeps it on a watch based after a fairy tale with a princess whose hair kinks just like his mama's. Tell them my son will keep time on a watch that is intentionally black, aggressively successful, and keeps seconds better than street lights. It'll tick like the middle passage. He will show up and out because his alarm will smell like the fear of drowning, but he will know that he is unsinkable. And when you ask him about his mama, he gonna say, she is big bark and bigger bite, Bronx bred, boastful. A love song that sounds like the D train heading uptown, rush hour, no delay. She requires ambition. See, hustlers are only as strong as their hunger. She is dinner every night. She is a reflection of her mother and her mother's mother. She is an endless fountain of, let me give you something to cry for. She is something to die for, a Super Saiyan. No Comic Con. Too cool for cosplay, but nerdy enough to read every book out loud, no matter where she is, because she believes that good writing should be read out loud. She will read you for filth out loud because the truth should be spoken in such octaves. She is octaves louder than the Mercian ocean could grant a shattering shift. She is the ocean. See, baddies, wristwatch, TikTok, no drip drop, they be that splash. But the illest women keep time in the glory of an unsinkable man, acrylics, bundles, and pumps. I thought the clock had struck a baddie down, but don't fret, don't frown. My time has just begun. Thank you.
All that black girl magic. Come back, say all that black girl magic. Yo, I love that shit. Hey, I did too, Shim. I love that shit. I'm just the biggest smile on my face to watch the whole. Never mind, y'all gonna have to run that one back because I'm gonna run it back myself. That was one for the books right there. But y'all already know we about to close this thing on out. We about to close this thing on out with the one and only Lady K. I got you. You know what I'm saying? So, woo. How is you closing us out after all this stuff y'all done did in this thing tonight? I got chills in this thing tonight. How you gonna close us on now?
So I'm gonna go ahead and keep the energy going, and we're gonna show some love for the big girls, and I'm gonna close it out with the ripest fruit.
Ooh, energy, INNERG. Ooh, I'm gone.
I was born honey thick, a body full of summer's promise, hips like ripe mangoes, arms soft as the flesh of a peach. But in my family's kitchen, love came with a knife, peeling, slicing, paring me down to what they thought was easier to swallow. My mother led the carving, trimming herself down to fit in the frames that were never built for us. She wore depression like a virtue, sipped on self-denial like fine wine, said she didn't want me to suffer the way that she had. The world would never be kind to a body like mine, but I heard the tremblings beneath her warnings. She was never overweight, just weighed down by someone else's idea of beauty, a European ghost whispering that her curves were curses, that her worth was measured by what she could dissipate peer into. And yet here I stood, unapologetic, round and radiant, loving myself in ways she never could. Maybe that's what stung the most, that I dared to cherish what she had spent a lifetime trying to erase, that I let my body exist without wars. But some days the war finds me. Some days the mirror is cruel and I trace the outlines of my body like an apology. Some days I wear the weight of my skin like an anchor, but I cannot say this out loud. I can't let them see the cracks. I can't give them the satisfaction of knowing that some nights I pinch at my reflection and I hear only their voices. Because the moment I confess that my love for myself is sometimes a trembling thing too, the floodgates will open. See, I knew you couldn't possibly love yourself. I knew it was all an act, so I stay silent. Carry my doubts alone, whisper them into my pillows, let them settle on my chest like fruit left out in the sun. I know I need to find a love for my body that does not feel like defiance, like a fig splitting under the sun, too full of sweetness to hold itself together, but I am trying. Every day I'm trying to love myself in all my stages, the bloom, the bruises, the overripe sweetness of a body that has carried so much, but refuses to be discarded, but I hide. Tuck my beauty in the back of the fridge where light never touches it and confidence turns cold. But I am done letting their taste buds turn my joy to doubt. I am not overripe. I'm bursting, lush, alive. And if you cannot stomach my sweetness, if you can't fathom how I feast on self-love without gagging on their guilt, then let them starve on a love so decadent it drowns their judgment, even when that judgment is yours or yours. Yeah, you back there, yours too. Or even when that judgment is my own. Poem.
Loving you is easy 'cause you're beautiful. Yeah.
Woo! I swear it is like beautiful like this show has been tonight. Y'all ladies don't go nowhere yet. I don't know if we forgot to tell y'all, but give us a couple minutes after this. But y'all know I got to do these church announcements right fast. You know what I'm saying? We can't have corner time without church time. So let's get to it. Man, if y'all don't know, I tell y'all week after week, the show starts on Tuesday nights, 8 EST, right next door for here. Y'all know what it is. It's my bro, Paul Cram, the poet, and Pentelectual Conversations. Last night, he had the one and only Black Noise on that thing, so y'all know y'all need to tap in to see that show. It was absolutely amazing. Also, if you on Instagram, yeah, because some people Insta, you know what I'm saying? We got treating you sweet. And one of the best drive-bys I've ever seen outside of the corner, y'all, is them dope poets. If you missed it last night, y'all might have missed one. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got to make sure that y'all get with the program. Also, where we at with it? Love and Lyrics right here, yeah, presents The Hard Truth. Man, hosted by our very one and only Angel Kim and Nate Sr. Thursday, March 12th on the Clubhouse, 8 EST. Don't meet me there. Y'all beat me there. Y'all know ain't no rewinds for that because it's the hard truth. I've been on it. You know, PPC done been on it. Them pieces was hard to do. So y'all already know what it is. Man, April the 2nd. Where we at with it? Oh, here I go. Yeah, it's me. April the 2nd. Man, I'm interviewed by all queens on, y'all know them POET radio for National Poetry Month. There's definitely gonna be a Thankful Thursday at 8 EST. Tap in on my page so y'all can join the frequencies because I don't know the number and all of that good stuff. And ATL, April 25th. Y'all better catch our very own Rare Epiphany. She will be tearing down the house at Euro Atlanta. Get your tickets now. I guarantee you it's going to be a good show. She always show up for me, and y'all better show up for her because she that. See that, man? I'm telling y'all. And if you're looking for a weekend of poetry vibes and celebration for Poetry Month, April 23rd through the 25th, yeah, man, they got it going on, man. It's going to be full of culture, creativity. Where you might ask, man, in the middle of Georgia, Fort Valley. Tap in with our very own Mystic, aka Pound Cake, and get you some of that pound cake spread while you at it, because it will spread your ass out. You're going to be laying on the bed like, never mind. And last, but definitely not least, man, it's me. You know what I'm saying? It's that time again. It's time for y'all to get y'all tickets for Central Saturdays, hosted by the very beautiful J. Simone, spotlighting pretty proactive poet and featuring my damn self. You already know it's gonna be drip weekend, so the drip is gonna be in the house. If y'all want to do anything drip nature, because we're gonna be having shit sticky everywhere, make sure y'all tap in with Javi, that's King Drip, for all things dripping, and Eventbrite for all things sensual. And you know we're gonna have Coastal Sunflower body scrubs on hand in the house. And I think that is it for our church announcements tonight, y'all. I want to thank everybody who watched it. Okay, Shem, I'm gonna let you do it. Hold up, I got you, man. Hold up, go ahead.
Yeah, man, so we made it to the end of another tremendously dope show. Y'all already know Key-notez gonna be thanking y'all tomorrow with her little foo-foo praise dance. Y'all know that's what she praised everybody for tapping on in. You know I go to church too. Like, hey, man, we made it through another show, man, and I'd like to thank my damn self for being the host with the most, the mother sucker that I am. Yeah, you heard it. I was a bad mother sucker, and I'm out. Let's go.